Hit that light.
What's going on, everybody? Before we get started, I want to introduce you to our new Legs on the Loose T-shirt for 2022. With this, I had help. I designed it. My baby finished it off, and she hooked it up. Let me get back up here. And she hooked it up. So I had an idea for this shirt. What I'm going to do is everywhere we go, when we meet you guys, we are going to have you sign this all over. We're going to have one, and we're going to sign it. Everybody, I want everybody to sign it. I don't care if you see me in the store and say, hey, how you doing? I don't care. I have you sign it somewhere. I'm literally going to keep a pen or marker on this shirt somewhere, so I'll always be able to have somebody sign it, because at the end of the year and next year, I'm gonna keep doing it every year. What I want to do is present that shirt, and I'm going to put that up on the wall and put it in a plaque with everybody from YouTube's name on it. Everywhere we go, anybody we see, I want your signature. So someday, you never know, this shirt might be hanging in the Hall of Fame or something. You never know. But I would be honored if you sign my shirt. So I'm gonna show y'all one more time. Legs on the Loose. Lady Led hooked it up. She did a hell of a job. Look at that. Ain't that crazy? Man. So without further ado, hey, Carbon Q. Come on in here, baby.
Hey, y'all.
All right. Now, let me stop yelling. I ran into a...
I don't know if you can.
I don't think I can, baby. I ran into a situation, as everybody know, just recently. And it really got us going. It really got us going. Hey, learn to grow my own. What it did was it really put me back in the mindset of, okay, just because you have all of your preps, all of the things you're ready for a disaster, is never over. You know, as times change, things change, technology change, there are things that you don't need in your bug out bag anymore. And there are things that now that's more efficient, smaller, just as powerful, like, okay, lithium ion batteries. Before we had to keep these big giant flashlights with us. That's a thing of the past. So now with all rechargeable lithium ion batteries, you can have a light this big with 5,000 lumens to it, and it'll shine brighter than any flashlight of the days of past with a big square battery. You know that big old giant battery we used to have to put in flashlight? Brighter than those. So with new technology comes new knowledge. So we have to get ourselves together. It's plenty of stuff in my bug out bag now that I was looking like,
Why do I have this?
Yeah.
What am I doing with that?
I don't even need this anymore, because technology has changed over the last just year or two. It has changed so dramatically and so drastically that you don't have to carry as much of a heavy as of a load to start a fire, to cook with, none of that stuff. Okay, it's a lot of collapsible things that you can put in your bag too. So we're going to get right into it. I got in a situation the other day, and I'm just going to be honest with you, as honest as I possibly can. I got in a situation where my car broke down in the middle of nowhere. I was in Georgia. I just crossed the Florida-Georgia line. I was 30 minutes into Georgia up I-95 from Florida. In that spot, there was nothing but woods and wilderness, alligators and snakes. Okay?
Panthers.
And probably
Bears.
and panthers and bears. Okay. Now, The reason Lady Lead is with me today, even though I wanted her here, this is the thing. I'm going to tell you what I do, straight, hardcore things that a lot of people are going to not be ready for. And then Lady Lead was telling me, like, babe, you know, there's some people out there, they're not there yet. Okay? I'll let you speak on that because you know I'm going to be like, oh, they should get there.
I'm going to just say, I just looked down at, you know, all these things, and I was just like, some of that is not going to work for everybody, or everybody's not going to be able to get their hands on all these things. And but I want people to feel that they at least got something that they can take with them. You know, I remember being a mom and having to carry diaper bags and stuff, and the thought of having to carry something else that was too much. You know, a perspective he might not have, you know, been thinking about.
That's why I wanted to talk with you guys, with my wife by my side, because somebody just said the other day when I did the video, in the comment section of that video, and I'm going to put it at the end of this video, somebody stated, yeah, you can use tampons for blood clotting or bandaging, and me packing a wound. I'm sitting there like, I know that, but that's the farthest thing from my mind. Okay?
You ain't just carrying around.
No, I don't think I don't think I do. I don't think I do. But there's things that we keep. There's several kinds of preparedness. One, straight hardcore, you got to get your butt up and walk, and you might be going through some wooded area. You might be going through some tall grass. It's certain things you're going to need with that, and that's my straight hardcore, what I've been saying for years now. But there's another side to this. One side is there are people that don't know anything about any of this. That's where she's going to help us, because she's going to be coming in from the mindset of thinking like people that have no clue what we're talking about, where to start or anything. Now, here's another one. We're also going to be talking about your everyday carry. There's a difference between my bug out bag and my everyday carry, okay? My everyday carry is the bag y'all usually see in the back seat of my car when I'm doing a video. I literally grab this bag every single day. Every day. It's certain things you don't leave the house without. Okay? There's nothing wrong with looking cute or whatever, but you gotta have a little bit of responsibility in there too. You can't just go out there and thinking everybody is okay. I leave the house thinking everybody is out to get me. On the other hand, she leaves like, I don't want to get in a jam. If I break down, what am I going to do? If I catch a flat, what am I going to do? So we have several items that we keep in all of our vehicles at all times, on top of our everyday carry bags. On top of, if there is a true disaster or a situation, we have our hardcore bug out bags, where the stuff we talked about in the bug out buckets, the bug out buckets were made to stay at my home. Okay? They're not to really be going anywhere. You can pick them up, you can take them with you, yes you can. But when it's time to pick up and walk, and you got some walking to do, that's gonna be a little bit difficult with a handful of buckets, okay? So you gotta have that bug out bag. Now, what I wanna tell you guys, this is just an announcement video, okay? I'm gonna call it my Bobby. It ain't just your bug out bag, the B.O.B. It's not just your bug out bag. This is the Bobby, the Lead's Bobby. That means your bug out bag, but you're gonna build your own. So that's where that extra BY come from. So what we plan on doing all together here in the Greenhouse Lounge, men, women, professionals, uh, newbies, people that don't have a freaking clue that nothing is wrong, everybody. We're going to build our own bug out bag. That means you're not going to build my bug out bag. You're not going to do everything that I do. You're not going to do everything that she does. You're going to be doing things that you need. So that's why in the Bobby, you're going to be building your own bug out bag. So what you're going to be doing is thinking about the things that you need. What kind of medications do you need to bring along with you? Emergency items that you need to bring along with you. You may need something that I don't need. So tomorrow, we're going to go live together. It may be a long video, but it's going to be worth it again because this is so important. We're going to be doing the Bobby, the build your own bug out bag, okay? So we're all going to be doing it together. Now, one other thing, you don't need no special bag. Matter of fact, do you want to show them your little quick one? Don't show them what's in it. Just you don't need no somebody say I live out of my bag every day. Hey, that's your everyday carry. And this is what she carries around every single day, everywhere she goes, no matter what.
Because I found it on sale.
Because she found it on sale. But that's her every day. She don't leave the house without that. Mine is in my room and
well, and let me say why I picked it though. I picked it because it's a backpack.
Thank you, Lisa Nelson.
Thank you, Lisa.
She said, let's do it, family. Thank you, Led and Lady Led.
Yes.
Thank you, Lisa Nelson.
But I picked it because it's a backpack and I wanted to go on my back. Like, in other words, I don't want a bag with a strap that's going to hold down one side. I want this to be balanced on my back and me not thinking about it.
Let me get this one.
Yeah. So I can just quickly just put it on my back and boom, I'm done. I don't got to keep adjusting or nothing. Because, you know, when you carrying stuff, I don't know, I get annoyed by stuff that's not
like something like this. Okay, that you gotta put on your back and have it like that, and you know it's gonna keep on getting uncomfortable. You gotta keep dragging it up.
Or you gonna be trying to hold
it.
Yeah.
This is what I'm gonna say. Now let's get it together. There is nothing wrong with this if that's all you got.
But I know myself.
Okay.
And where I need the bag to be.
Right. So if this is all you got, I don't care if it's a Walmart bag. If it's all you got, you gotta do something, okay? Now,
it could be a grocery bag.
Now, I'm definitely a high believer in you need your hands free at all times. Let's take the whole scenario of having to fight or struggle or climb out of the scenario. Take that. We ain't even doing the emergency stuff.
Like this just everyday stuff.
This is just everyday stuff. Now, this goes for hardcore prepping, and this goes for newbies, and it goes for people that's clueless. Keep your hands free. We're not talking about because you need to grab your firearm, you need to grab your weapon, you need to climb. We're not talking about that. This is why you keep your hands free as you can. Put as much mass on your body. If you have to carry 2 bug out bags on the back and the front, that's what we're going to do. We don't want to use anything, have anything in our hands. This is why. Because if you fall down a hill and your hands is tied up with all kind of crap, you're going to bust your face up. You're going to cause more damage because you cannot stop your fall from just simply falling. So what we're trying to do is everything. I don't care if it's things you can, there are packs that you can strap around your arms, you know, little baggies and little things to keep all your information. There's things you can keep on you. If one bug out bag on your back ain't enough, put one around the front. Then you also have, like you said about kids, y'all get those child carriers that you strap on the front of your chest. You can be watching your baby. Your baby will be back here dehydrated and with head limped over, and you don't even know it because all you're focused on is your road ahead of you and making it to to some kind of safety, but you don't even realize your baby is back here in critical situation. So keep your hands free at all times. We will be talking and discussing all of this tomorrow. So what I would like you to do before we do anything, thank you, Donna Divide Prep, and say, hey, Lady Led and Bro Led, thanks for all you do. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So what we're going to be doing is first thing first. That's why I'm doing this video today. I don't care what bag you get, yours. I don't care where you get it from. Go dig upstairs, take one of your kids' school bags, anything. Look, it's school time right now. Now is the best time and the cheapest to go get any kind of book bag. You need to start with something. You don't need military grade stuff right off the bat. Right now, we're just focusing on starting. I'm not going to get into all kind of firearm training and none of that stuff, what kind you need. I'm not going to get into that because I was going to go straight into that. And Lady Led was like, babe, everybody ain't like Rambo like you, and they ain't going to be ready for that. And you can finish that because, you know, I was like, oh.
I mean, no, I'm just saying everybody's not. It's not that they're not even willing. That's not practical for everyone because I want people to be safe. I don't want your kids accidentally getting hurt because you ain't ready and you don't know how to do it. I don't want you getting hurt because the whole point is to survive.
Thank you, whole new perspective. She said book bags will be on clearance soon. Yes, they will.
Yeah, I told you I got that on for $5. I got that when they still was trying to figure out if school gonna be in person or not. I was like, oh, I'll take it.
So this is why I wanted my wife to come in with me this time. Last time, the bucket bug out and everything else, it was just straight. It was just me. It was hardcore. We had a bunch of military personnel in there. We had a bunch of medical personnel in there, and we put it together like that. But we were also thinking about the worst. This time, I don't want to just do a video with the worst intentions.
I think that's what happens sometimes. We're so focused on the extreme of what could happen. We're not prepared for the just regular everyday stuff. Like, okay, my car just might not start and I ain't got no water. What am I gonna do? It's hot. Just simple stuff like that. Like, you know, just being ready for that, making sure you're doing regular maintenance on your car, going to get the oil change.
Right.
You know, not necessarily waiting until the little sign pop up.
Now, you know what? Thank you, honey. What's ironic about all of this, even what happened to me on the road, is I don't know. Raise your hands if you remember the video that I just did about 2 months ago on get your car fixed. Because we don't know what's to come. We don't know if gas prices gonna go up. We don't know about parts and how to get parts for cars or nothing. It's ironic that this happened to me right after I made that video. Raise your hands if you remember. It didn't get many views, so I'm sure a lot of people missed that. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put that video at the end of this video because I was like, oh, brother. Because no matter how well you maintain your vehicle, you don't know, man. Anything can happen. Anything can happen.
Running over a nail, that ain't a vehicle maintenance issue. That stuff is in the road.
Plain and simple. So I'm also going to be showing you firsthand. Matter of fact, there's a tire that floated down the creek. What I'm going to do, I'm going to get a tire. And I'm going to show you something you need to be keeping in your car. We've been keeping this in our car since the late 70s, late 90s. It is a tire patch kit that you do yourself. I've been fixing our own tires until they can't be fixed anymore since 96? Since 1996. So I am literally going to perform that for you. The same thing that you go to the tire shop and they fix your tire, I'm going to show you how you can patch and plug your own tire. You're going to go to the shop. They're going to charge you $50, $60 and up to do exactly what I'm going to show you. And here's the thing about that. When you're stranded on the road with a flat, you ain't taking nothing to the shop. If you're stranded and you're on the side of the road, even my wife can do it. You're stranded on the side of the road, you need that flat fixed right now. You can't be all like, well, now we're also going to talk about, I guess you could say, fiscal responsibility. We're going to talk about one thing that everybody leaves out of their bug out bag, and that is cash. An emergency credit card or cash. We leave that out every time because you're like, man, I might need that $50. Man, let me tell you something. If I didn't have my emergency money in my bag, I would still be on side of the road. That's money for an emergency. Just like our grandmamas and aunts and mamas and daddies used to do, had that money in a cookie jar. That cookie jar now is your bug out bag. Because you ain't going to have time to go in the backyard digging it up. You need to grab this bag and go. So not only will you need some emergency cash on hand in that bag at all times, not to be touched, but we also need to have roadside assistance.
Yeah.
Listen, this is a true story. Thought I had roadside assistance. I called them to put roadside assistance on my, when I bought the vehicle, I got, what is it called? I just got liability. I just did that to get off the car line. Then when I got home, I started the process of putting full coverage on my truck. Okay. They were like, if you do this and wait till this date, it'll be like $10 cheaper or whatever. I'm like, okay. What happened? I never went back. So when I called them back, I'm in an emergency. They're like, yeah, you don't have that. I said, yes, I do. I called. She said, I see it all here.
But you never finished.
But you never finished. We see everything that you chose that you wanted to add on to your insurance claim or your policy, but you never sent in your little extra money and agreed to it or nothing. But I got everything right here. So we need to be a little bit more responsible than that. So
honestly, it's not that much more
oh my
expensive.
God. Oh my God.
Now, because I've had people be like, but I really can't afford that extra. It might be $20, $30
It was
extra.
$30.
Okay. I'm like, well, if you can't afford 30, how you about to afford whatever it's about to cost if your car breaks down? Like, I don't understand that. Like the tow, like this will save you in that. So I think like this. Do what you can to lessen your risk on the front end.
Yes.
Even though it seems like, oh, what are the odds my car isn't going to really break down that much? I could save that much money, but you won't.
No, you won't.
But you won't. Like maybe you could, like if you put all the $30 that you would have paid a year's worth of 30, what is that? That's only $360 anyway.
Well, you want to hear something? I'm glad you added that up real quick in your little brain. Let me tell you something.
I might be off.
It don't matter if you off or not. You in the ballpark, because here's this. If I would have been paying an extra $20, $30 extra for roadside assistance, I'm going to kick the numbers to you how much it costed me.
Oh yeah, I was right.
Okay, you
Sorry.
were right? No, how much was the ticket? How much was it all?
$30 times 12 is $360.
Okay. It was $360. $360 for an extra $30. What did you add it? You
That's
said 12 times what?
30.
Okay.
$30 a month for 12 months.
Okay, so that extra $30 was $300 and what?
$60.
$360. Let me be realistic with you, and let's be realistic with one another, okay? The tow, I was 30 miles from anywhere. I was 30 miles from anywhere, so the tow truck driver had to drive me 30 miles. And I say, much respect to Firehouse Towing. Man, I appreciate you, because listen, he gave me a break. He charged me $250. He was the cheapest out of all the people I called. I had to call myself because I didn't have no insurance, I didn't have no roadside assistance. So I had to find somebody myself. Guess what? I was in a place where my phone signal was breaking up. That's why I did a video instead of going live. No good signal. I'm in the middle of nowhere. It was $250. Now, 250 minus 360, that's $110. Okay, but it was $400 to have my vehicle fixed. So let's get that all straightened out. If I would have paid that extra $30 a month, it's only July. I wouldn't even be at that price, that $360 yet. It would have saved me most of that.
Definitely saved the tow. And then the insurance comes with mechanical breakdown.
Right.
So after your deductible, then they pay for the rest.
So no matter what, I got humped. I ain't saying they was unfair, because they wasn't. As a matter of fact, they was looking out for me, and the emergency that happened, the reason I really need to get back on the road, because they was talking about we ain't gonna be able to get it till tomorrow. But so everybody do know, the reason I left Florida when I did, I was supposed to be in Florida till Monday. My sister's birthday was Thursday. That's why I came home. And it was an emergency for me to get home. So when people was like, oh, don't be pissed, it's just a car. No, that's not why I was pissed, like I told you. It was, man, my feelings was hurt because I really needed to be there. Yeah, I really needed to be there for my sister's birthday. And she just turned a little old and stuff. And I needed to be there with her, because we all getting old. So that's why I left Florida. And when I broke down, trust me, it wasn't the vehicle. That I could care less about that. I got another vehicle. I got several more vehicles. I could have had her come get me. It wasn't that. It's that I'm going to be late making it to wish my sister a happy birthday. So we're not here forever. And you don't know when the next time you're going to get a chance to hug your loved one and tell them you love them or nothing. So that sits real serious with me now that I'm getting older, because things have happened in my life. You may not have a chance to tell somebody you love them and you miss them. So, all in all, I had to pay, $650. $650 cash money. Gone, bye-bye. That could have been some plant money, greenhouse money, gone. So some of the earnings that I've made to get my greenhouse, I gotta recoup on that, because this trip really kicked me in the sack.
Maxine made a good point about checking your cell phone companies. Yeah, some cell phone companies do have that stuff. So it's not just, you don't have to just get it through your car insurance. Just when you do see it, whatever good deal you can find, don't ignore it like, I'll be good.
Don't do that.
Might not be.
Don't do that. Because if you even knew what I was listening to while I was driving, I was listening to something bad. And I was like, I shouldn't be listening to this video.
What?
I shouldn't be listening to this. It done made my truck break down. But honestly, family, you never know when something like this, an emergency situation is going to strike like this. You just don't know. So
just regular stuff. We're not talking about, anything. It's just regular stuff.
Yeah. So this is what we're going to do. We got 760 something people in the room. Listen to me. This is what we're going to do tomorrow, Sunday. We're going to make a Bobby. We are all going to start from ground A.
Or at least if you can't gather your stuff today to be ready tomorrow, make a list. Make a list of stuff that you want to put in it and go get the stuff.
Right.
At some point.
As a matter of fact, this is what you can do in the comments section to help other people. All of us, because I know Carbon Q is in here. I've seen a whole new perspective. I've seen it's so many people in here today that I know for a fact that do stay prepared. Put anybody, this is open floor for everybody to put your suggestions from your expertise or even your ideas in the comments section after the video is over. That would help give everybody, the newbies, a chance to look over this list of all this good stuff y'all got in your bug out bag or your everyday carry sack. That will give the new people a chance to go over that list so that we don't have to go find some strange, treasure map. Right here in this comment section, put as much equipment that you use or you think would even be a good idea. And right now, it's not going to be too many bad ideas. Now, I'm being realistic too, okay? On a realistic level.
Put what you think you need, and then we can look at each other's stuff and compare.
There we go.
And wait, I want to address this one comment about should you answer calls from the extended warranty people. I didn't say that. Don't accept spam calls about the extended warranty. We're talking about you seeking out reputable companies to get your roadside assistance. We're not talking about talking to them people that they don't even know what kind of car you have.
Right.
Talking about we're going to extend your warranty. No.
Hey, Cass Knot.
You should be calling them, not them calling you.
Right. So we're going to be realistic about this whole thing. This ain't about getting scammed or nothing. I ain't saying go out and buy all that crazy stuff. No, we got to do our due diligence. That means get off of the videos tonight and on your normal lineup or things you'd like to watch. Lady Dagger Status, put it in the comment section after the video for me, would you? That way people, because nobody's going to come back and read the comments in here and it's going to get lost.
Yeah, I'm about to say it's going to get lost because it moved.
So after the video, put all items that you can possibly think of that would help you in a everyday situation and listen, it's flooding. Everybody heard about the flooding in Kentucky, correct? Raise your hands if you heard about that flood. Never done that before in Kentucky. Never. How many people seeing that on the media right now? They're looking like, what? In Kentucky, they think it's the end of the world because they have nothing on the planet Earth that would have prepared them for this. Ooh, I ain't gonna say that.
Yeah, don't say
I'm not.
Just
this horrible flood.
They wasn't ready. And it wasn't their fault necessarily that they weren't ready.
They weren't ready. So listen to this true story. We keep hearing stories like this. Things that are happening everywhere that don't normally happen. Between the heat, the cold, the floods, the earthquakes, the hurricanes, I think it's time that we have another conversation. The last time I really got in deep like this was about, 4 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago when we went hard and did the bug out video. Now we're going to do it again, and we're going to do a whole series if we have to, but we need to get each and everybody up and running because there's so many little small things, especially now, that you could purchase either online or in a brick and mortar store that's going out of season right now. For instance, I'm going to throw one at you. Everybody, the pool season is about to be over. Those little floaties that go on your arm and little children's arms, that's a life-saving device. Yeah, they fun, and yeah, they might have duck heads on them, but look at all the people in Kentucky that wish they had a Minnie Mouse arm floaty, okay? So, grab that green thing right there. I'm gonna show you something that went on clearance last year, and I grabbed it over there. Yep. You already know what I'm talking about. I love that dress, baby.
Green thing. The green thing.
You would never guess what could have saved a lot of people's lives. You see these every day in the clearance section or at the dollar store all day. What's up, B Rich? all day. What's up, Dan Permaculture Food Forest? You see these all day. Dollar Store, Dollar General, Ollie's, everywhere. And look, I got this from Oompa Loompa Land for 50 cents. So yeah, I grabbed about 50 of these mugs. Okay? That's because even if you can blow this up a little bit, or you have an air device, a little pump, a hand pump, but you could blow this up if you got some half decent lungs, you could blow this up yourself. Be floating down that nasty river on this. This, I'm not going to say it's a Miami Vice boat and it's going to help you out of a horrible mudslide.
And of course, this is not a flotation device or whatever.
Right.
Like, this is not.
But let's say this, they're making these so you could be in the middle of a 12-foot pool, so they shouldn't even put that on there. What they're saying is, if you drown, that's on you. They got to put that on there. But this could possibly be a lifesaver in a horrible situation. I know it's silly, but guess what? Look how thin that is, where you could fit this right in a fit this right in your bug out bag. And it's not going to take up any room. That'll go right up against the back, right in the back. It's not taking up any room in your bug out bag. But if you need it, or you may get to a point where there's a crossing point, if you're on foot, you may get to a crossing point where you need to get across this river. And you know you're not a strong swimmer. Sit down for a minute and do like Alcatraz, them dudes on Alcatraz, blow up that balloon and do the best you can do. If that's the only direction you can go and the only thing that's going to get you to some kind of survival situation, you got to do what you got to do. And that's what we're talking about today is these are things we need to think about seriously, all of us, whether you believe in it or not. We look, it's been raining here. We're not used to this like this. This is insane. Okay? So, any questions before we go? Because I just wanted to give a notification. We will be going live tomorrow, me and Lady Led. And we will be talking about everything that we keep in our home as far as, no, we're going to be talking about our bug out bag because that's what it's all about. Okay? Now, any questions before I show off my shirt one more time? Yes, they are on sale on our website. Man, I love this shirt. I love this. Yes, I do, baby. You knocked this one out the ballpark. Everybody give Lady Liz straight mad respect and love because she made my dreams come true. This was a vision. I showed her a little sketch, but she made it better than I could have ever made it. Because I had some crazy stuff going on in my idea. I had some crazy stuff. But she always say, honey, sometimes simple is better. Keep it simple. It stands out way more. And it gave me ideas of I want everybody from in the greenhouse lounge to sign it. I'm going to print out another one and every person I see, I'm going to keep it with me. Every person I see, I'm going to have you sign it somewhere, anywhere except for the sign. So everywhere we go, I hope y'all able to sign my shirt. Because one day, I'm going to put it in a frame and it's going to go on my office wall. And maybe someday it might be in Hollywood. I don't know or something.
You don't know.
I don't know. So, thank you guys.
Thank y'all. I'm glad y'all like it.
Lady Lid knocked it out, y'all. She knocked it out. I'm so proud of that shirt. That is crazy. This is my new favorite shirt. I thought my Lead Farmer shirt was my favorite, but this one, ooh. That one got me going, girl. So any question before we go, you guys? Any questions real quick? Yes, she is, Suzanne. What was that? What y'all going live? Yeah, we going live tomorrow too. Thank you, Purple Dreams. Let me see. And thank you, bro. What time you going live tomorrow? What time? Oh,
LST.
I hate time and stuff, y'all, because things pop up in my life so much.
You just gonna have to turn your notifications on.
No, you know what? Is 2 o'clock good for you?
Yeah, that's fine.
2?
Yeah.
Okay. I hate doing that. I'm going to shoot for 2 p.m. Why? I'm going to shoot for 2 p.m. Okay? So, right now, it's 2 p.m. We're going to go live and we're going to start talking about. I'm not even going to start it out with the hardcore prepping. We're going to start out with us all helping the people that do not have a clue. The people that's like, I don't know where to start. If your bug out bag is too heavy, what can you use to carry it? What do you mean by what could you?
Well, that's the thing I wanted you to be thinking about.
Okay, that's Lady Liz department. Okay.
So we'll be talking about that, like, so he'll be giving you the ideal what you should have with you, the shoulds, but I'll give you you got a little space. You can't carry
a little
carry
frame.
Everything. He keep forgetting, like, I only got so much. I can only lug so much.
That's why.
And guess what? Just because you can't carry a lot doesn't mean you can't carry something that's gonna save your life.
And the important things.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, that might mean you gotta turn down some things, but yeah, you can carry some things, and it should be manageable.
And that's why sometimes she hand me the jar and say, "Open that." And all of us are not at the same strength.
Right.
And
that's why this is about you. This is about what you need with you. And sometimes you got to make a decision. Like, it'd be nice to have that with me, but guess what? It's not going to be practical for me.
Right.
You just got to make those choices for yourself.
And that right there is why we're calling it the Bobby. It's the bug out bag, but you're going to be building your own that suits you. Because everybody has different frames. Everybody have different strengths. Some people have handicaps and disabilities. We're going to do everything we can do to try to accommodate everybody. Okay? Because it's getting to a point where you can't just think about the strong anymore. The strong people, able-bodied. We have to think about everybody, because some people say, well, it's some people time to go, like the elderly and stuff like that. This is why I don't say that. Because when you say that, the elderly had their chance. Okay, so you're saying that about a child too. Because the child, an infant, is about in that same category. So when you say, raise your hands up for the elderly getting help, so you're kind of saying that about an infant or a child too, because they're about in the same ballpark as an elderly person that can't ambulate well, or a handicapped person. That child needs 100% help. So when you write off the elderly, you're writing off the children as well. So that's why we're here to try to accommodate to the best of our knowledge and ability, everybody. And I'm going to need help from you. I'm going to need help from the elderly that can't ambulate well, walk around well, get around well. I am going to need help from the people that's in wheelchairs, on crutches. I'm going to need help from the people that do have children, because when we're discussing bugging out, let me give this to my wife, because she had to be like, what about the babies? I'm like, yeah.
You can't just be like, you can't carry your weight, you ain't gonna make it. No, what? So you trying to tell me what? Throw the milk out and forget about trying to bring the baby?
Right. Just
I gotta make a decision: carry my diaper bag or carry some other stuff.
Right.
Like no. So if you have a child, we don't have small kids, so I'm not thinking in that vein of having things in here for my babies. So those of you who do, it's your job to think about, well, what are lightweight things that, like somebody mentioned, multi-purpose. I could use it for this, but I could also use it for that. So I don't have to double pack everything. And how can I make it small and compact? Some of y'all know if you roll your clothes up, you can get a bunch of stuff in a really small area. Like think like that for yourself.
So no worries, y'all. We're going to make this and do the best we can for everybody. I was thinking like, well, can't carry the baby, set the baby down, just, here's a gallon of milk. Mama gonna miss you. Good luck.
I'm like, what?
Good luck, babies.
But we don't have small children, so that's what I'm saying. We're not thinking about that. But those of you who are, you should be thinking about that.
Right. And
those of you who have certain situations, you should be thinking about that. Like, I know I can only carry so much before I get bogged down, and you got to have a balance. If I can't carry it, it ain't gonna do me no good.
Right.
If I'm tiring myself out, that's lessening my likelihood of surviving as well. So you gotta figure out what's gonna work for you.
So again, that's what we're going to be speaking about tomorrow, and we're going to do the best we can around 2 p.m. Eastern. You hear that thunder and lightning? It's about to do it now.
The other thing is, don't just think about extreme things. Think about everyday. This is the everyday carry thing. What do I need if something regular that I'm not really expecting? I've had flat tires. Was not expecting that. On a hot day. What do I need to keep myself if I can't get someone to come help me right away? How can I extend the amount of time between me getting help? Think about that. Think about, if there's a power outage because of a storm.
Right.
Think about just, what if I get sick while I'm somewhere? Stuff like that. What happens if I need X, Y, and Z? And I always tell people, don't be waiting to the last minute to eat. Why don't you have some snacks with you? And I'm talking about healthy snacks like nuts and, a pouch of tuna fish. Something you could just crack open, eat, and it actually gives you real energy, not spikes your blood sugar and dehydrates you more.
Because you might end up having a doggone heart attack instead before you even get saved if you eat too much bull crap. So we're going to be talking about that too. So we're going to start with our everyday carry, Bobby. That's bug out bag, build your own, okay? We're going to start talking about the everyday carry, Bobby, and then we're going to move up all the way up until it hardcore, okay? Hardcore, the scenarios that I'm thinking of that keeps me ready in that position is, look what happened in Kentucky. That's the kind of stuff that stays in my head. That's how I prepare. I think of the worst, where she thinks of every day. What do we need to do? You go to work every day. And you may have an hour commute. What are you thinking of? I mean, what are you taking with you on an hour commute to work?
Are you paying attention to what's in between? Like, are you aware of the spots where there's nothing? Like, I used to commute 40 minutes out, and there's this part of the commute where I passed the last gas station.
I remember that.
And then for the next 30 minutes, there's nothing. And guess what? The nothing is where my tire went out.
Right.
And I had, the only thing that got me to where I needed to go was this little pump that I had. And the air kept coming out, but I kept stopping ever so often. I could put enough air to get me where I was going, so I wasn't stuck in the nothing.
Right. To get another 10 miles.
I'm not saying I was able to drive back home, but I got to safety. That's what we're talking about.
Right. This is what this is all about. Realization. This is not the apocalypse. We ain't talking about that. We ain't talking about war. We ain't talking about none of that. We're talking about survival in our everyday environment. And we'll move up from there, okay? We'll prepare for what's going on these days, but right now we're going to mainly focus on a vacation trip, just like I just took, right? We're going to focus on every day. Hey, where you going? You going to Florida this year? You drive it down? Because for me, it's only 400 miles. No big deal. I'm going to go for a drive. Okay? Anything can happen. I was only 2 hours away from home. So all I'm thinking in my head, is, man, I'm right here. I'm right here. I was about to call Black's Tropical Homestead. I said, if I can't figure nothing else out, my people is only like 30, 40 minutes away. I'll give them a call because I know they got my back. So luckily everything worked out and I didn't alert them at all. I didn't want to get them worried or nothing. So that's why I even put the video out later, the next day, to make sure everybody knew I was okay. That's why I started the video out with saying, I'm in the house. Okay,
I like what whole new perspective was talking about having a map in case you have to walk. Cause yeah, the walking trail might be different. You can't be walking on the interstate. You shouldn't be if you can help it.
Eastern Raven, and it's different. So everywhere that you plan on going, when you stop for fuel, you should already have a country map, a detailed country map, okay? You should have this in every vehicle. You should keep one in your bug out bag, everything. Now, every time you stop for gas in a different city, a local area, you need that. I don't know if they still even got them.
I don't think they do anymore.
Oh my
God. They used to have them like, at the travel centers or welcome centers. You might find them there.
Well, if you can do that, stop at a travel center or welcome center, stop and get that local map, because you may have to get out and walk, and this ain't going to help you too much. Now, somebody said a compass. I keep a compass on my keychains, around my neck. Oh, I got a whistle. I got everything. Mm-hmm. The compass is attached to a whistle and a fire starter. All of those little things seem like silly little charms, and y'all see them around my neck and ask me about them sometime. That's for that situation. Because here's another one. If you don't know east from west, north to south, you got some homework to do. You need to know, okay, if it's about 1 o'clock and it's July, the sun should be about right here. That's going to help you know which direction you should be going. I know it sounds real Boy Scoutish, and it is, but this is some stuff we need to know these days.
Yeah, the compass is something that's small that you can have. And I mean, I wouldn't say rely on this, but there are also compass apps in your phone.
But see,
I know, but you got every other app on your phone. Why not have the compass app?
Right.
Now, don't rely on it, because your phone might be
will
dead.
Go out. Now, see, that was my problem. Not just your phone going dead, but the problem for me was, as I'm driving, I hit a bunch of dead zones. And whatever is on that screen at the time, that's what it's saying. So if I'm going north and I'm walking north and I don't know that compass is stuck, the screen is locked up, I might be going north for about a quarter of a mile, and I should have been going that way. That's one. Now, I'm going to say one more, and we're going to talk about all this tomorrow. I want to get into it right now. Everybody love talking on their phone. They love messing with their phone. When you got your cell phone or smart device is going to help you get out of a jam, you need a power pack, not necessarily a big generator, but a power pack that you can keep in your bag. Number 2, you need a power pack. Simple little, I got so many of these. I've seen.
But you got to make sure you check it
and keep it charged. Keep it charged. Yeah, over this side. keep it charged, fully charged. This is what you need to be responsible for at home.
And that's also another reason why you kind of can't just, this ain't a bag that you just forget about. Periodically, you got to like go in there, refresh things, check things.
It's just like rotating your stored goods, your canned goods. You need to rotate. Go in your bug out bag and rotate that stuff around.
But
now,
that's for the comments.
Yeah, that's for the comments. Also, here's another thing I want to just remind us of, okay, is when you got your cell phone, instantly when you get in a jam, open your phone, go to your settings and put your phone on battery saver mode. That will keep all the notifications from popping up. You got some stuff from Amazon on its way. That'll keep that crap from coming in, burning your battery up, okay? That'll keep that, oh crap.
They got them. They got
No, I reversed it like a moron. So you keep that phone up. You keep that phone charged. Get off the freaking phone. If you got children with you, take their phones away. Not take their phones away. Tell them to get off the phone. Because if your phone die, you might need your daughter's phone. If hers die, you may need your son's phone. All of those phones are lifelines now. So all of that, we're going to be discussing all of this. Everybody always wastes their phone. They sit there talking to people. I'm waiting till the tow truck comes, so I'm the... No. Get off that phone. Get off that phone. The only reason I was able to make the video for you is because I have my phone hooked up to that EcoFlow Delta 1800. That was in my back with all them plants. And I had all of that. I don't... Listen, I know y'all see me with a lot of power packs. Yes, I do advertise them, not show them. I believe in everything I have. The things I don't believe in, you don't see very often. But I believe in the things that I show you, and I keep them with me. My EcoFlow is right here, charging. I don't play with that, man. I don't leave nowhere. We buying this stuff because we think it's cute and it's trendy. This stuff will help your butt get out of a life-threatening situation. I knew if you keep my Bouge RV refrigerator, if I keep that plugged up to my truck battery, it's going to drain the battery. I got that plugged up to the EcoFlow. The EcoFlow is saying it can run that refrigerator for 39 hours, which it did. 39 hours. So I end up cutting down the temperature. All I needed to do was stay cool. I don't need it to freeze. So my water can stay cool. So now that pumped it up. Oh, it can run it for 80 hours now. I put some cold, wet rags in there and had cold water in there. And that whole hour and 2 hours I was waiting on that tow truck, I could take that cold rag and put on me because it was over 100 degrees out there in that truck. You can't... Here's the other thing. You can't get out the freaking vehicle. They say you should get out the vehicle if you're on the highway because people will crash into you. Yeah, here's where I'm rolling the dice. Either I get out the vehicle so the cars don't kill me or go over in the tall grass where the alligator, I end up giving him a midday snack. So it's like you can even see where animals have walked through. These ain't people paths. It's not footprints in this tall grass. It's a long, wide, dragging in the grass. That tells me...
You gotta be careful. And because it's not even just big animals like that. Snakes.
Snakes.
You're not gonna see it until the last minute, and that ain't the time to be trying to figure out, is it poisonous? Is it not?
Right.
I don't know.
In the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, especially if it's starting to get dark or something.
So before we go tromping through the woods, we're going to talk about that too. What did I show y'all? Have you some good walking shoes and some boots. I know it's cool to have your flip-flops and your Crocs. When you're traveling any amount of distance where you can't just walk around the corner to get to the house, if you're going to be in that vehicle for anywhere over an hour, you need good shoes in that boot. In that vehicle. Good shoes in that vehicle. Shoes in your boots.
But again, this is stuff we got to share.
We're going to talk about tomorrow, you guys.
Yeah.
Okay? I want to say thank you to everybody, and I really hope to see everybody tomorrow at 2 p.m. so we can all 2 p.m.-ish, so we can all discuss our Bobby.
And people who you don't necessarily have a vehicle, but you're riding with other people, you still should have it with you.
That's a good point.
You know,
That's a good point.
And you might be the person that saves the day for everybody. Just something to think about.
All right. So yeah, Eastern time. So everybody get ready. We're going to make a Bobby, which is a bug out bag, building it yourself. Okay? To fit you, to fit your criteria, your situation, your body type, everything you need, your medication. That's the Bobby. Build your own bug out bag. This ain't got nothing to do with none of the preppers you watch, none of me, nothing you've heard online. This is going to be all about you. So before I get off this video, I would ask you, please, go down in the comments section and put as many items that you think could help save a person's life in the comments section. I don't care how ridiculous it is. I'll deal with that later, okay? I'll erase it if it's just doggone ridiculous, because I see we have quite a few trolls in here tonight. Put your thoughts in the comments section. What do you think could help save an individual that really don't know what they're doing? They've never packed a bug out bag. Not now, in the comment section after the video. After the video. That's important. That's some good stuff you putting up there, but put it in the comments after the video, which is going to start right now. Leia Farmer 73.
And Lady Led.
We love you, and we out. All right?
Y'all have a good
See y'all
weekend.
later. Please be safe, because this ain't no joke. All right?